everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Jessica, also known as Chicprofessor on Instagram, and I make videos on luxury goods, the pre-loved market, and workwear. Today's video is going to be a comparison of these two bags. So I recently revealed this bag, which is the Mulberry Mini Zipped Bayswater, and I said that it was quite similar to the Celine Nano, and actually because I love the Nano so much, it's what made me want this bag. So I thought I would do just a quick comparison between the two. Let's go ahead and get started. The biggest difference is obviously the size. They both come in nude and black, so that isn't really so different between the two, though I do prefer having this one in nude and this in black, and I'll tell you why in just a moment. This is actually kind of between the Nano and Micro luggage size. However, it's actually closer to the Nano. The Micro is 11 by 11 by 6. This one, although it is 11 inches wide at the wing, is only 8 inches tall, and it's really only 8 inches wide if you don't include the wings, which you can tuck in on this one. This one is actually only an inch different. It's 11.5 inches wide, including the wings, but it's 9 inches without. And then height is very similar. It's just 1 inch taller as well. It's also 1 inch wider. So it is just a little bit bigger in each dimension. The wings on this one, however, do not tuck in, so you are definitely stuck with this width the whole time, whereas when you carry the Nano, the wings tend, when you carry it by the crossbody strap, I should say, the wings tend to fold in a little bit. Someone in my recent video said that they thought that the Bayswater was the prettier bag, and I agree with that. Although they have the same structure, same similar shape, I do think that the structured lines of this, the gold hardware on it, the way that the belt works with the little postman's lock, I just think it's a very elegant looking bag. And although I love the Nano and I think it is such a great bag, it definitely reads a little bit more casual, a little bit less elegant, and you know, you just can't unsee the robot face once you see it. I love the silver on this bag because I do think silver is a little bit more casual than gold, and then of course I do really love the gold with this rose water color here. The reason that I'm happy I got this one in black and this one in nude is because I do think this is the prettier bag, and I think the nude and gold is a bit of a prettier color, and this one is more casual. They're both a grained leather, a pebbled grain leather, but this one's a little bit more hardy. This one is a little less supple, a little less structured, so it really lends itself very nicely to a casual bag. Although you can take the belt off of this, you can undo this, you really, again, you can't move it too much. You could widen it, I guess, if you wanted to leave it open and make it a little bit bigger, but I don't really ever see myself doing that. Another similarity between the bags is that they both have no feet on the bottom, which is a little bit of a bummer, except because it's crossbody, it's a little bit less of a big deal than it would be if it was just a top handle bag. Both of the crossbody straps are removable, which is really nice, and so they're both very versatile bags. I love that you can carry it in the crook of your arm, by the top handle, or crossbody or shoulder. This strap, however, is adjustable, which this one is not. It's removable, but it is not adjustable. The larger size of this one has a removable strap, but I believe it is also not adjustable, so this one is really the best for crossbody wear so that you can adjust it for your body type. So to go into a little bit more detail about the strap, the handles are actually very similar. Remember, this is the first edition, so the handles look slightly different in the newer Celine Nanos, but they have almost exactly the same design of the handle, the clasp with these little knobs on the bottom. This actually looks more like the current version of the Celine Nano hardware, so we certainly get where they got their inspiration. But the other thing I want to talk about, besides the fact that, again, this one is adjustable and the Nano is not, so this one actually works nicely as a shoulder bag too. You can change between crossbody and shoulder if you wanted to. But the other thing is where the crossbody placement is. I personally really like that the crossbody placement is inside and that it's on both sides so that it is not kind of making the bag a little bit wonky. It really does put the weight evenly on both sides of the bag. With this one, instead of the handles being in the middle here, they are on the side. And the reason I don't like this as much is I think it does make it droop. You can kind of see how it's doing right now. The weight pulls down, but then also when you are wearing the bag up and it compresses the wing, whereas in this one the wing stays totally intact because the crossbody straps are in the middle. And also then when you're carrying it, because this is kind of sunken in, if you're carrying it without the straps, I think that it's less noticeable then the hardware is here. You can see that something is missing when you do not have the straps on. They both then have similar designs in the front. They both have the logo in the front in sort of a foil color. Then they both have some kind of detail by the straps. So this one has this circular detail where the strap comes in, and in this one, the strap is on this rectangular piece that hides behind the belt. This one also then has the postman's lock closure, and then it has the details just going straight down. And this one has the details on the side right here, and then it also then has the little robot face and pocket, which really is just a not usable pocket in my opinion. So that's the design of them. So the front design is quite similar. The side design is also similar, except as I just said, the strap detail is on the side on the Nano. Both of the designs on the back are pretty simple and mirror the images in the front. In terms of the interior, they're both sort of dark pits. This one has nothing except for a slip pocket, and this one has the same, except that the color, instead of being black, is more like an oxblood maroon color, but it also just has the one slip pocket. I have the cards back there, but the one slip pocket in the back, and otherwise it is just an empty pit. So very similar design. I do find that for both of these, I wind up pulling the leather tab out and zipping from here, pulling it closed that way. Same with this one. I grab it here to pull close, and then I tuck the strap inside, though I do always fix the wings of this one, and I don't have to do that here. I just tuck the strap inside. So that's how I get in and out of the bag. So it's very, very similar in terms of that design. So now let's talk about price. This one is kind of a cult classic and people really love it, and it retails at $2,700. I bought it for much less than that pre-loved. But since the changes at Celine, I made a whole video about that. They did not discontinue this bag, but they did change it slightly by changing the logo and getting rid on all Celine bags of the accent. So the Phoebe Philo era bags like this is actually one of the first edition Phoebe Philo bags, they're kind of just collector's items right now. People are really trying to get their hands on them. So it's a little more expensive pre-loved than it used to be, and it's a little harder to find new, but you can, especially if you want the current version, you can find that new at $2,700. This one retails for significantly less. It is $1,250. So again, still very pricey. You can buy a similar shape to this with the Phillip Lim Mini Pashley bag for significantly less money. Check out Bargain Hunting Blonde's video, which I'll leave down below, where she compares other bags that have a similar shape at different price points. I think that that's a really great video. So you can see some other options besides these two there. So for me, I personally love a structured bag. I love a structured bag. I love an elegant looking bag. So for me, this one is really worth the price, but I would not wear this as often casually as I wear this one, mostly because honestly this one holds more than I need it to when I'm just kind of running errands. So this one's even bigger, and so it's just heavier because it's bigger, and it's just a little bit more cumbersome on your body when you're wearing it crossbody just because it is bigger. And I'll make sure to include some modeling shots right now. So while this is a beautiful bag, it definitely is a little bit larger, and so I think I would carry this by the top handle a little bit more often than I tend to carry this one. I really wear this one almost exclusively crossbody, and it's kind of molded to my body because it is, again, that sort of softer leather. It softens up over time. This one may soften up a little bit, but based on my other Mulberry leathers, I would say probably not too much. I've already shown you what fits inside both of these and kind of given you a tour of both of these bags, so I will leave the videos to those down below. But suffice it to say, I am very, very pleased to have both of these in my collection. I never really thought I was gonna love the Nano shape, and then I just so did. I kind of just fell head over heels for it, and I just love this bag. So I was so excited when I could get my hands on this one. Keep in mind there is one size smaller to this, which you would think would be ideal, but the micro of this one is actually just too small for me. I could just about fit my phone, but it just kind of looks like almost like a little toy bag. It really can hold just the essentials, and for some people it may not even hold much more than like a card holder and a lipstick. So I wanted it to be bigger and more useful than that, so I'm super happy with this size. So that's it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please give it a like and consider subscribing, and I will see you in my next one. If you have any questions about either of these, please leave them down below.